As business owners and property investors, one of the most valuable resources we have isn't capital, it's time. Time is one thing you can't get back, and in an ever-changing world of business and property, your success largely depends on how effectively you manage your time. But here's the secret that many high-performing entrepreneurs and investors understand. You don't just have to do it all yourself. You can leverage other people's time, knowledge, and expertise to exponentially grow your business and property investments, all while freeing up your own time to focus on the things that matter the most. Let's break down how you can do this and why it's so important. The first way to leverage other people's time is through delegation. It sounds simple, but the truth is, most people struggle with this. As a business owner or property investor, there are many tasks you might be doing every day that don't require your specific skills or expertise. In fact, these tasks might be taking up valuable time that you could spend on growing your business or refining your investment strategy. For example, in property management, you might be spending hours managing tenants, overseeing maintenance, or dealing with day-to-day issues. While this may have been something you did in the early days, as your portfolio grows, it's crucial to bring in experts. You could hire a property manager or maintenance team to handle the logistics while you focus on the bigger picture, expanding your portfolio, looking for new investment opportunities, or managing cash flow. In your business, this could look like delegating admin, customer services, or marketing to other skilled professionals. The key is understanding what tasks only you can do and what tasks others can do just as well or even better. This isn't just about saving time, it's about freeing up your energy to focus on strategic decisions and the areas that will bring in highest returns. And remember, delegation doesn't mean abdication. You're still responsible for the outcome, but not for doing every step yourself. Another powerful way to leverage other people's time and knowledge is by tapping into their expertise. No one can be an expert in everything, and the more you try to take on yourself, the more likely you are to burn out or miss key opportunities. Think of how much ground you can cover when you're not learning every skill from scratch. As property investors, for instance, you might not have the time or the deep knowledge of every market trend, planning regulation, or tax strategy, but there are professionals who do. You could work with financial advisors, tax consultants, property solicitors, or even a mentor to ensure you're making the best decisions at each stage of your process. And if you're smart, you'll start outsourcing this expertise before problems arise, not after. Think about how much you could learn from someone else who's been investing for 20 years and has seen the ups and downs of the market. They can provide insights into property cycles, emerging areas, and investment strategies that you might not have considered. This kind of expertise can help you reduce risk, avoid costly mistakes, and accelerate your success. It's the difference between gambling and investing, and it's not just about hiring professionals. Sometimes it's about building a network of peers or joining a community of like-minded investors and business owners. By learning from others who are on the same path, you can speed up your growth and learn without going through all the trial and error yourself. Surrounding yourself with smart people isn't a luxury, it's a strategy. Look, you don't have to do all of this alone. Strategic partnerships are another way to leverage other people's time, resources, and skills to scale faster. As a property investor, you might partner with someone who has capital but lacks time or expertise. You can bring your knowledge and manage the properties while they provide the funding. Or you might partner with a business owner who has a complementary skill set. Maybe they're great at marketing while you focus on operations or finance. But it goes beyond the immediate benefits. Partnerships expand your reach. You get access to someone else's network, their resources, their experience. You build faster because you're not limited by your own capacity. In property, partnerships allow you to pool funds to access larger or more complex deals. You're leveraging not just money, but relationships, experience, and networks. And partnerships offer something else: perspective. Working with someone who thinks differently can help you avoid tunnel vision and make better decisions. They challenge your assumptions. They see things you don't. Good partnerships are built on trust and clear communication, but when done right, they're one of the most powerful accelerators of growth. Now, here's something often overlooked: systems. Systems are about creating repeatable, documented processes that remove the need for your constant input. They turn chaos into consistency. If your entire business or portfolio depends on you being there every day to keep things moving, you haven't built a business, you've created a job. Think about tenant onboarding, for example. If you've got checklists, templated emails, and automated rent collection, you're not spending mental energy reinventing the wheel every time. That's leverage. Or perhaps you've gone a step further and instructed a letting agent or hired a property manager to oversee those systems. Systems create predictability, which gives you freedom. It means that you can step away from your business or portfolio without it falling apart. They also make it easier to train new team members, scale your operations, and maintain consistency in service or delivery. Now let's talk about mindset. Many business owners struggle to scale because they believe no one can do it as well as they can. That belief traps them in operator mode instead of owner mode. Yes, letting go is hard, but if you don't, you'll always be the bottleneck. You don't build wealth by doing everything yourself. You build wealth by focusing on the few key things that only you can do and building systems and teams to handle the rest. The biggest shift happens when you realize that your time has a value, an actual number. And if you're spending that time on £10 an hour tasks, you're stealing from your future. Start asking yourself, is this the highest value use of my time? If the answer is no, leverage it out. This shift in thinking is the foundation of long-term success. It changes how you view your calendar, your workload, and your role entirely. Your reputation is also leverage. When people know what you do and trust your expertise, they come to you. Opportunities find you. You raise money faster. You get better deals. You are on top of mind when someone needs help or has a deal to share. You don't need to become a social media influencer. Just be visible. Share what you're doing, offer insights, build credibility. Even a small presence like posting regular updates on LinkedIn or contributing in a property networking group can build trust over time. Every piece of content, every deal you complete, every person you help, that's building brand equity. And brand equity is leveraging that works while you sleep. You become known, and being known opens doors that staying hidden never will. Lastly, never stop learning. The more you invest in your own development, whether through reading, coaching, networking, or courses, the sharper your decisions become. Learning from others who've done what you're trying to do can save you years. You'll avoid the common mistakes, see opportunities others miss, and adapt faster. In a world that's changing fast, the best investors and entrepreneurs aren't necessarily the smartest. They're the ones who adapt the fastest. They treat education like an asset, not an expense. They're not afraid to say, I don't know, because they're confident they'll find someone who does. The most successful entrepreneurs and investors are students first. They know that the market changes, strategies evolve. They stay curious, humble, and hungry. And at the end of the day, leveraging other people's time, knowledge, systems, and tools is one of the most effective ways to scale in both business and property. You don't need to do everything yourself. You need to focus on what you do best and surround yourself with the people, processes, and platforms that do the rest. That's how you build something sustainable. That's how you create real freedom, and that's how you scale. As always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you for being a subscriber, and I'll see you again on the next one.